Hey y'all, welcome in. Today we are gonna be talking about the stun cuff and the fact that Sara Boone won a motion this week in reference to her not having to wear shackles, the handcuffs, and all them type of chains and stuff. The judge granted her the motion to not be shackled, but the judge did say that Sara Boone has to wear a stun cuff. So, y'all, I did not know what a stun cuff was until I found this article. And I'm sure there's plenty of articles. I just Googled stun cuff and got came up with this article, y'all. So we are going to do a deep dive into what a stun cuff is. So, y'all, I was like, what is a stun cuff? So I found this on corrections one down. So we're going to go ahead and read and do a deep dive. But y'all, I did not know that this even existed, you guys. So I'm learning just like y'all are learning. And maybe you guys, this is something new to y'all, but I'm sure like people who work in corrections in the prisons, transporting inmates, they already are aware of this. How many states they use this, where it's legal, where it's not legal, I have no idea. But y'all, we're going to get in there, we're going to do a deep dive, and we're going to read about this together. So it says every corrections officer knows the inherent dangers of working in and trying to control a population of prisoners, including during transport. A study conducted with the New York Police Department found that 40% of prisoner escapes happen during a prisoner transport, with an average of 309 escapes reportedly annually. About 12% of the officers were injured. Stories of uh, stories of inmate escapes and officer injuries inspired one inventor to develop a solution. So in 2004, Brad Myers, now president of Stun Cuff, began to notice the increasing number of officers involved in assaults. He wanted to create an effective tool to assure public and officer safety when handling prisoners. Okay, y'all, that's smart of Brad Myers to do this. Okay, he's trying to look out for the COs and people who, their jobs consist of transporting prisoners, because it can be a dangerous job. It can be a dangerous job. So it says, need is the mother of all inventions. Myers said about his invention, the stun cuff wireless prisoner control device. Okay, here we go. Let's go and dive in. How does a stun cuff work? The stun cuff works by sending signals from electrical points of the Achilles tendon region of the ankle over a sock. On the wrist, it is placed directly on the skin or over a sleeve on the inside of the forearm, with the electrical points away from the palm. Once it's in place, it can be deployed should an inmate become non-compliant to officer commands and a threat to the safety of others, delivering bursts of 50,000 volts remotely by a handheld transmitter that renders an inmate temporarily immobile. Oh, wow. So what I'm gathering, it'll send a burst of 50 volts whenever the inmate is not being compliant. It'll send the volts in there, and it will basically transmit those volts to the inmates, on the, via the stun cuff. Okay, y'all. Okay, 50,000 volts. All righty then. Each device can be fitted with a wireless remote and data port with a duty belt holster and programmable keypad locking system capable of recording information, including date, time, and duration of each discharge. Okay. The wireless transmitter can transmit up to 100 yards away from any stun cuff Meyer said. Okay, so it's a remote, it seems like, of course. So if they are at least 100 yards away, they can, if the inmate is acting, inappropriately, and if they need to, it can activate and work as far as 100 yards away. Okay, I got it. Okay, so let's continue, you guys. The stun cuff is a low cost, easy to use solution to managing an inmate work crew while in a public setting. Okay, that makes sense, Myers said. Okay. It is an essential tool for maintaining officer safety while executing the safe transportation and management of any inmate population. The stun cuff prisoner control device comes in two models: the stun cuff institutional dual cuff model and the stun cuff institutional single cuff mode. Each, I'm sorry, single cuff model. Each model is available with several additional upgrade options. All stun cuff devices are maintenance free, Meyer said. Okay. Every stun cuff features multiple electrical contact points to assure deployment. The palm size water and impact resistant device is made of durable PVC with two nylon locking bands that wrap around a leg or wrist. The two nylon bands ratchet down to secure fit over a sock or sleeve and are removed simply with a standard handcuff key. It is available in a 5-second burst with 50,000 volts or 3-second burst with an 80,000 volt shock. Wow, I'm not good with how volts work, but even 1 volt seems like a lot, you guys. So I'm not sure how like strong that voltage is, but that seems like a lot. Like, that seems like a lot. Okay. Which, when you're transporting somebody and you are, feel, probably, sometimes I'm sure them seals feel a little intimidated or scared depending on who they. Tennessee Department of Corrections and currently being tested in Canada, Jordan, Israel, and Singapore. Okay. These agencies are using it in both police and correctional transportation settings, such as medical transport and interstate long haul transports. Okay, makes sense. Myers also said the devices can be used for the management of out of custody daily work crew projects, which have become a more frequent sentencing tool in an attempt to minimize in custody overpopulation and reduce liability. Like any equipment, there's an upfront cost, but Myers says a modest upfront investment is a small price to pay for the peace of mind it provides. The initial small investment in this device could prevent thousands of dollars in officer injury and complicated workers' compensation case costs for agencies, he said. Okay. And it says for more information, you guys can visit, the Stun Cup. So you guys, okay, so as we read that, right? Those volts, that is a lot of voltage. I don't know. I'm not good with voltage, but I'm gonna look up that information and I'm gonna have to do another video on that. But one said that it could deliver. Let's go back up. You guys. Uh-oh. Where was it at? Let's see. So one said that it could deliver. Let me see, because we got okay. See, it says right here. It is available in a 5-second burst with 50,000 volts or 3-second burst with 80,000 volt shock. Y'all, 1 volt, that was that would scare me, and I'm not good at voltage and electricity and power and all of that running through, somebody's body, or how that is measured or whatever. But 50,000 and 80,000, y'all, that is, ooh, yeah, 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 that is something. But I'm sure with this stun cup, I'm sure there's other companies that have made this available and made this product, so that different prisons in different states can use it. But this right here, this one specifically, is only used right now. It says in, let me see, a few states. Let's see. It says Myers said the stun cup is being deployed successfully across the world. It is used in the U.S. by Michigan, Delaware, and Tennessee Department of Corrections. So, y'all, I'm sure, like I said, there's different brands, just like you got Nike, Adidas, and all these brands. So this brand right here, Stun Cup, I'm sure it's just one brand out of probably hundreds of thousands. I don't know, many. I'm just gonna say that brands of this Stun Cup. So, y'all. Sara Boone. Okay, let me stop sharing my screen. So y'all, so Sara Boone went to court and she got approved. Her motion got approved by the judge, and the judge, like I said, he told her that she don't have to wear, the cuffs and shackles, but she does have to wear the stun cuff. So today or yesterday when she went to court, y'all, the judge was asking her about, the stun, she was talking about the stun cuff. So she was like, she wanted to know what she wanted to wear, what she could wear with the stun cuff. So she was like, oh, I want to wear a skirt. So the judge was like, well, if you wear a skirt, Sara, your stun cuff is going to show. The jury is going to be able to see your stun cuff. So she was like, okay, well, I'll wear pants, but do I have to make a decision today or whatever? She said. The judge was like, no, I guess they'll figure that out later on down the road. But y'all, Sara thinks that this is like, some kind of hotel paradise situation that she's living in, like this kind of dream, I guess. I mean, she's trying to get really cute for the jury, and while she presents her trial. But the stun cup is going to allow her. The judge did say she's only allowed in certain areas of the courtroom. So y'all, that 50,000 to 80,000 volts that y'all see on that stun cup, and I'm not sure if Sara's going to wear this particular stun cup if Florida does use this stun cup, but maybe they use a different stun cup. I'm not sure what they use, but I just looked up in general what a stun cup is. But still, 50,000 volts or 80,000 volts, that's a lot. So if Sara is trying to, move about the courtroom in the wrong way, they will, use that remote and do what they have to do. And the article says that it would basically drop them down, to the ground wherever they're at, because the voltage is, 50 to 80,000. I don't know how voltage works, but I'm going to find out, y'all. I'm going to find out because I want to know. So, y'all, tell me why Sara thinks that she wants to wear a skirt and she's trying to be cute and she's trying to feel like she's entitled to all this type of stuff. She had a motion the other day to take off the handcuffs and for her to be, in the courtroom without all of that. And the judge said, okay, you can do that, but you're going to wear the stun cuff. Then now yesterday, she's like, well, I'm going to wear a dress. Girl, we are not trying to be cute at this trial, because the only place you're going to be cute at is in that prison. So maybe she's feeling like it's the last last time to look cute in front of public. So maybe that's why she's trying to get cute. But girl, you need to focus on getting them books together and your court case and the internet and all that together before you try to be trotting out here in a skirt with this stunt cuff on, trying to represent yourself. But yeah, Sara is doing the most. But the judge says she has to wear the stunt cuff. So that's why I wanted to show you guys what the stunt cuff is, how it's used, how many volts is, sent through the stunt cuff. in case it's needed to. With the remote, it's 100 yards. This one is, there may be a whole bunch of different ones, you guys. Like I said, I just happened to research and stumble upon this one from this company. But y'all, this is going to be a case to remember with Sara Boone, because I never seen a stun cuff. I did not know what it was, because let me tell you, Darrell Brooks, y'all, and I know I talk about Darrell Brooks a lot because his court case was epic, y'all. Darrell Brooks was hollering, not hollering, but I'm exaggerating. But Darrell Brooks was like, oh, they put something on my ankle and they had some power to it, and this, that, and it's shocking. So I was like, is this true? Could this be legal? Maybe Darrell Brooks was telling the truth, or maybe he heard about this and was being the narcissist that he is, because Darrell Brooks, yeah, narking all over that whole case. Every day was a day with him. But, was he lying just to get attention? But come to find out, this is true. That this is a stun cuff, and they do use it in some states. I'm not sure if they use it in Wisconsin, where Darrell Brooks is, but they do use it. So I'm not sure if Wisconsin, like I said, approved it or used it. But I could understand if they had to use it on Darrell Brooks, because he was, y'all, he was he was a headache and a half to deal with. And poor Judge Darrow, but shout out to Judge Darrow. She handled that like a champ. Because Darrell Brooks, oh my goodness, y'all, he cut a donkey up in there. But y'all, the stun cuff is true, it's real, and they are using it. I know in Florida, the judge says Sara Boone will wear the stun cuff. So it is a real thing, y'all. I just wanted to do a little quick deep dive and read on one article that I found out about the stun cuff, because it is real. It is a real object, a real piece of equipment that they use to transport prisoners. And I can understand why. The voltage and stuff and how much that is, I'm not sure how that works. I'm going to have to look that up, because 50,000 volts and 80,000 volts, look, 1 volt seems like a lot. So I can imagine 50,000 or 80,000 volts like running through your body. But it's needed when you transport inmates and, prisoners probably of a certain caliber, depending on probably how rough they are or whatever, or just easier for you to maintain, like they said, if they're out there like cleaning up the side of the road, the states and stuff, the state roads and stuff like that, then it helps the, correction officer, to kind of control the environment with the inmates. And that's understandable. So y'all, that is what a stun cuff is. That's why and how it is used to help transport inmates. And, like I said, in court, it's going to be used for Sara Boone to let her go, kind of give her a little leeway in the courtroom while she's presenting her case. However, she's only allowed to go to certain areas of the courtroom. And if she does not abide by that, y'all, I guess they would be like, get back where you belong, Sara. But yeah. So y'all, if you guys like my video, like, share, and subscribe. And I will continue to give you guys content on Sara Boone, her case, and other cases, and other content when I go live and when I just upload videos, you guys, and do shorts. So y'all check out my other Sara Boone videos. Check out my Darrell Brooks videos. And check those out. Like, share, and subscribe. Let me know if you guys have comments. Leave a comment in the comment box below. And y'all, we is going to get into the Sara Boone case as soon as it goes underway, y'all. But whenever she does have her little motions from now on, moving forward, I will try to do a video on it, because Sara Boone is going to be yet another epic case like Darrell Brooks, y'all. And I cannot wait to see what the shenanigans she has going on as she represents herself. But y'all, we gonna check it out. We gonna check it out. But y'all, let me know what y'all think. And I will see y'all in the next video, y'all. Bye.